Donda is Kanye West's most balanced album. I'm Mike Hass, welcome to the channel, and we're going to be getting into the point I just said about the new album by Kanye West, Donda. When we think of Kanye West in his career as an artist, we do not think of him as an entirely balanced artist. We think of one album being completely different from the other. For example, Yeezus sounds nothing like The College Dropout. Yet, Yeezus sounds fucking amazing. Donda has a mixture of three of Kanye's most divisive albums: Yeezus, The Life of Pablo, and Jesus is King. Overall, I was pleased to listen to this album because I got to see a different side to Kanye, but I still got what I expected in some parts. Apart from one or two tracks, Donda is an overall well-balanced album in terms of instruments, sounds, and lyrical subject matter. One of the highlights in the production was the production duo named OG Volta. They contributed to 19 songs on the 27-song album. They contributed a majority of the organ and piano sounds, which were a highlight of the album. We hear a lot of the church organ sound on Hurricane, Junior, Praise God, 24, Keep My Spirit Alive, Jesus Lord, etc. The most beautiful examples of organs being used in this album are in Jesus Lord and 24. The other instrumentation on this album I enjoyed were the guitar melody on Jail. Industrial sounding synths are used a lot, and we could thank Self-Esteem for being a contributor to this album for this. 808s and Heartbreaks sounding percussion is heard on Jonah, and it is amazing. This track is honestly what it would sound like if Lil Durk was on 808s and Heartbreaks, and Lil Durk fucking killed his verse. The worst drum pattern is on Off the Grid, and it's due to the fact that most modern drill drum patterns are fucking garbage, and they're stuttery, and they're garbage, and I have no idea how they became popular because they're just shitty and horrible. The drums at the end of Jail are actually fucking beautiful, and the delay on them make them sound so fucking good. And the best drum patterns are when the drums were more minimalistic on this album. For instance, Jail really does not have any drums until the end, and that end part is really just like an outro to the song. Examples of a minimalistic sound when it comes to the drums are on the song Okay Okay, Jesus Lord, and God Breathe. I don't mean minimalistic meaning the drum pattern is generic. I mean like there's literally almost like 2 or 3 drums going on, and most of them are just 808s, and you can barely hear them. And what carries this track is the melody. God Breathe sounds like a track straight out of fucking Yeezus, and I was very surprised to hear that Self-Esteem did not produce it, and he produced a couple other songs later down the line. The worst song on this is Tell the Vision. The piano is just fucking atrocious, and the quality is just garbage. The lyrical subject matter is mostly about dead loved ones and how they have impacted each feature, who contributes, and how they've impacted the main artist, and how that artist or whoever's rapping or singing can do better through faith and self-discovery. This is far from a scattered lot of tracks. This is a carefully put together project with the lyrics mostly being inspirational and about personal struggles. The best verses are features from The Baby on Jail Part 2, Jay Electronica on Jesus Lord, and Lil Durk on Jonah. The most touching lyrics are found on the songs 24 and Come to Life. Come to Life is a top 10 Kanye song. It is about his desire for another life and his regret for how he acts. Kanye wishes that he listened to his wife, and he wishes that business did not get in the way of family. Kanye West states in the song, should have written them down in pen and maybe they'll come to life. This lyric is an inspiring message to those with regret and about analyzing your situation and using faith and inspiration to change your reality to not have any more regret. Kanye showcases in the song that he has used his faith and inspiration to change himself and allow him to be more free in life. This song is truly fucking amazing, and it touches my soul. When it is not playing, this track is like fucking ringing in my head because of how good the piano is on this song. This album is better than Whole Lotta Red, better than Illmatic, better than Reasonable Doubt, and most of those fucking quote-unquote classic rap albums, which are really not that much classics. I don't know how Illmatic is like that much. King's Disease is much better. I can really only compare this album to Take Care by Drake, A-Lab Fight Get Self-Esteem, Black Lane Radio 66 by Space Ghost Perp, and Kill Yourself 13 by the Suicide Boys. In conclusion, Donda is Kanye West's most balanced fucking album. That's just my fucking opinion, and I think everyone should listen to this album and appreciate it, but also go back and listen to Kanye West's discography. Thanks for listening to this video essay on Donda. You can read this on my website, mikemediainc.xyz. If you want to look at a reaction of this album, you can go to patreon.com/mikemediainc. The reaction was removed from YouTube due to copyright reasons, but you can go download it and listen to it on Patreon. You can subscribe for $3 a month, and you can get exclusive content on that subscription service. Patreon.com/MikeMediaInc. Go fuck with that. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching this video.